Alright, what is going on, y'all? It is your boy, Shao Society. Now, I have exactly, let's check my stats, 99.9% completion. So, yeah. Once we do this, it should be 100. So apparently all we really need is, well, we have 8, New Austin location bounty hunter, Nuevo Paraiso location 7, and then West Elizabeth 4. That's gonna total out to 20. Sorry, my dog's right here. Poor guy's sick. He has, I don't know what it seems like some lymph node infection of sorts. You know, I would post pictures, but I'd rather not, It's just a personal issue, so. But I'm paying for his treatment as much as I can. $1,000, it's not easy, but poor fella. Anyways, so we shall go to Rancho Ovo, Julian, Coronado, and what's it called? Well, we'll just go by transport. It'll be much easier and quicker. So we will see y'all there. Alright guys, so we have arrived. So now what I'm gonna do is call the horsey. Where's my horsey? Where's my horsey Dorsey? Oh. And now we go up. So as you can see, that abandoned area over there, that's where they are residing. I would shoot from a distance. Only problem is I don't know who. I gotta figure out what the target looks like, so I don't want to hit prematurely and then end up killing the guy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna attack from the hill. Boom. That's not him. Ah, bounty hunter's there. Or bounty's right there. Oh, well, that was quick. I know there's a chest here. So there it is. So, now I can just get him there. Awesome sauce. So, where is my horse? I need my horse. My horse, my horse. Oh, crap. Oh. They shoot him. He's dead. Got him. Because there have been some instances where, the bad boys have shot their own gang leader or whatever, or the bounty himself, and then next thing you know, he just falls off the horse and he's dead. Well, I don't want all that, so. Now we're gonna go to Chuparosa, and we're gonna hightail it. Dang, reinforcements came in quickly. We're gonna cut through the valley here a bit. Ding, 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 ding. Oh crap, that's not it. I love when they come from the wrong angle. There they go. Grande. I think that's how you say it. Hendidura? Hendidura Grande? Hmm. My Spanish isn't top notch. You know what's surprising? For the little Spanish I know, I sure know how to accent quite a lot in Spanish. Oh boy. I'm gonna need some snot oil. Now, take that. Grab it. Bye. And this guy. Yeah. Annihilate. Right in the face. We might go up the hill a bit. Alright, there was a path already there. This will lead us to the town. And we're gonna have a few more. Okay. That should be all the reinforcements. Because they can't follow us into town unless they want to start a fight. And 10 times out of 10, they will not. So after this, we should get 100% completion on the game. And then once we do that, I'll go through the overview of the stats. That way you guys can know how to get 100%. It's rather simple, but sometimes it can be a little bit complicated. And for me, I just had a hard time figuring it out until I looked through other people's stats. I'm like, oh shit, okay. Even finding videos of those stats are hard at times. So. Okay. And that's how you get the Bureau Uniform menu entry completed. And then you get the trophy redeemed, 100%. So I'm gonna swap over to Bureau Uniform real quick. I want you guys to take a good look at it, because even, I don't know, this is gonna be my first time. You just saw the trophy go off, so you'll see that it's, once the saving is done, well, we can, yeah, so we got the cowboy outfit, gentleman's attire, deadly assassin, elegant suit, Walton's gang outfit, Boulder twins outfit, treasure hunter outfit, Bandito outfit, Reyes Rebels outfit, U.S. Army uniform, which you can only get after you completed the main storyline, and then, essentially complete the stranger task. Remember my family, I believe. U.S. Marshal uniform. So those are 11. Savvy merchant, expert hunter, rancher clothing, regular, Mexican poncho, duster coat, and then you have U.S. Marshal, Legend of the West uniform, and then Bureau uniform. So this is what you look like, And let me just take off his bandana real quick. So yeah, you are the man that you essentially kill Ross. So that's about that. Now we're gonna go into the stats part, right? So what you want to do is, and you'll find very few videos explaining this, but I'll explain it because I've been playing this game for quite a long while, and I'll replay it one more time, for the main storyline because I want to get that on video too. But long story short, you go to stats, right? You go to general, you'll see your honor, hero, fame, legend, game completed 100%. How do you get that? That's pretty easy. So you want to see that missions completed 57, right? It doesn't hurt to cancel any missions or retire any missions. It doesn't matter. You'll have 24 New Austin missions in the mainland, right? You'll have 17 Nuevo Paraiso missions, Mexico, 17 of those. So that's going to be around 31 missions, I believe. If yeah, my math, no, my math is off. It's going to be 41. I correct myself. Then you'll have 7 West Elizabeth missions, which involve Edgar Ross and all that shit, right? So that's 48. Then you'll have homestead missions, which are, the ones that Beatrice Hope. That's going to be 57. Uh, Trip skipped, doesn't really matter. So make sure you have 57 missions down in your general stats. For areas discovered, you'll have to have 94 areas discovered. 45 in New Austin, 32 in Nuevo Paraiso, West Elizabeth 17, clear 8 gang hideouts, and we'll go through that soon. Actually, they're right here anyways, so let's see. So Twin Rocks, Solomon's Folly, Tumbleweed, Ice Basin, Gap Tooth Bridge, Fort Mercer, Tesoro Azul, and Nosalida. So those will be the 8 main, what's it called? 8 main gang hideouts that you want to clear. You'll have 6 really in New Austin, and then just 2 in Mexico, which kind of sucks. They could have at least made what's called Crooked Toes, I would say, a gang hideout, but whatever. Rare weapons, 5. Job locations, oh, that one I kind of forgot what that one was. Oh, right, 5. So that's pretty easy. You have Night Watch, and then you have Horse Breaking. 3 plus 2, 5. Easy. Now, where the Night Watch can happen, right? We can go to the map real quick. You'll essentially see, if you hit the legend, right, that the Night Watch is covered in the moon crescent. So you'll have one in Chuparosa, and then, what is it? One in... You okay, buddy? Sorry, my dog's here. Just trying to make sure he's all good. He's a bit sick, so... you'll have one at McFarland's Ranch, and then you'll also have one exactly... Where's the other one? I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah. Blackwater. So you'll have 3 Night Watch jobs. One in West Elizabeth, New Austin, and then Nuevo Paraiso. And then for the horse breaking jobs, well, you already have one in Chuparosa, right? That's not that hard to cover. And then one will be exactly at Ridgewood Farm. So, yeah. Those will be your jobs that you kind of have to do if you want to make it through. So let's go down to this. That's again. So rare weapons. It's 5 rare weapons. You can get them at some. I'm not sure if it's like specific gunsmith locations or whatever, but you can find them at the gunsmith locations, and maybe one will even show up in the main mission itself. Job location. That's not too crazy. Strangers met, 20. Tasks completed for strangers, 19. This should be 19 for whatever reason, but it's 20. I don't know why. It's weird. But either if you have 20 and then 19, or 19 and 19, it doesn't matter. Just as long as you have 19 complete, total, that's all good. So that is essentially the general missions. You have all the missions that are going to be listed out here. I'm not going to go through all of them, but just because you get bronze status, silver, it don't matter too much, right? The fact is, once you finish the mission, it's good. You don't have to be like doing it to get gold just to get 100%. Strangers, these are rather a little bit easy. We'll start from the bottom going up. So Water Honesty, this is the Pleasance House deed. So that one has a little bit different outcomes, whether if you actually shoot the guy by force and then take his deed, or you pay the guy his deed. And the overview will change. American Appetites, that's the one with the cannibal. Uh, Ava and Pearl, that's where you save this girl, you come back a few days, and then you just don't know where she's at. A few days later, you find out that the guy who has her captive ended up killing her because she's a dirty whore, by his words. Aztec Gold, that one's pretty easy. Oh, by the way, Avon Pearl is down in Mexico. Aztec Gold is also down in Mexico. It's going to be near Escalera. Uh, Basilio, that's the guy who was looking for his family treasure. You end up finding him, except there is no treasure, so yeah. Poppycock, this is essentially a package you have to deliver, and you figured that you gave the payment for the package of opium to him, and he rewarded you with a cut of the profits. So yeah, let no man be put asunder. This is gonna be in New Austin by Coos Chapel, I believe. That's the place. Yeah, that's where the old abandoned church is. Mrs. Horlick is this old woman who is going to be married soon to her husband Peter, but he just vanishes. You'd think, oh, he's just like he hit it and quit it, right? Well, apparently Peter has been dead for a good 2 decades, and he's buried at a cemetery, Oddfellows Rest. American Lobbyist. This one is just pretty easy. You kind of get photos, blackmail photos of this one guy, Nate Jones, and you show Nate Jones like, hey, buddy, you sure you want to do this? That one's going to be in West Elizabeth. Jenny's Fake, New Austin, near Ridgewood Farm, right between Ridgewood Farm and Oddfellows Rest. So you try to help this bitch out, and she's like, nah, my faith will help me. So there's that. Wrong Woman, Blackwater, West Elizabeth. Uh, Essentially, this woman, she's crying, right? I forgot what the circumstance was. No, I'm sorry. This woman's crying because she got kicked out of the house because, she was smashing the husband. And so she has this baby, but, he doesn't want to pay child support, blah, blah, blah. So you kind of force him into a duel, you kill him, and then later the procession takes place, 3 days later, I think 2 or 3 days later, at the church over there in West Elizabeth. And you come to find out that you killed the man, right? And that the woman who got kicked out of the house had apparently lied about her situation. So, nice camera action. That one's pretty easy, Uh, movie flops. That one's going to be in New Austin. If I'm not mistaken, that one's going to be Dee's Landing. So that's going to be a little bit of a thing. It's going to be Armadillo and Dee's Landing. Some of these stranger missions keep moving here and there. Prohibitionist, alcoholism, are you on the side of it or whatever, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, we're you to judge. That one is you have to return a horse to a guy back in Rathskeller Fork. Funny Man. This is a guy who you have to save countless times throughout different areas, such as New Austin and Mexico. Love is the opioid. Yeah. This one's a little bit of a druggie. That one is in Mexico. I Know You. You'll see this guy. He's this guy with the strange hat. Flowers for a Lady. That one is in New Austin. Divas and Sun, Mexico. California. This one is going to be at New Austin. You're going to find him around. He's going to be essentially stumbling. And remember, my family is going to be the last mission from the final storyline. Once you find Edgar Ross as Jack Marston, you myrtle him, and yeah, that's that for the strangers. Crimes, this one is not too crazy. You don't actually have to do for the crimes anything, right? But damn, biggest bounty pardon. So yeah, crimes, nothing too issue-ish. Travels, absolutely nothing their money. This one might play a little bit of a. I know horseshoe. You have to win a game, and for one of the outfits, combat, not much there, right? Again, the what grinds, travels, money, combat parts, they're really not that important. Collectibles, I would even argue, are not that important. So that all just plays into the general aspect of the game. Sorry. So we're gonna go to miscellaneous. This one, not so important, but you'll see, hey, outfits discovered, outfits completed, 1818. So you'll have like just those two, not to even worry about, but they kind of help you as a guide, like, hey, this is where you're at in the game. And then, long story short, we're gonna. Okay, so that's miscellaneous. And then the score. Now, the score is a little bit different. You will want to have won at least 6 different mini games, whatever the hell that means. So I think that either means, uh, what's it called? Throwing the horseshoe or whatever, poker, liar's dice, blackjack. That one I'm a little bit lost on, but something to the extent, something to the extent of that, I would say. You know, yeah, Five Finger Fillet. That's another game. Arm wrestling. Okay, so there you go. So those games that I just listed, plus the other two, those are your 6 mini games that you want to win. Uh, and then this is the important part. Bounty Hunter locations. New Austin, you need an 8, right? Anything you get past 8, it's not going to count towards the score for whatever reason. But it counts towards the completion. So you have New Austin locations, Bounty Hunter 8, Nuevo Paraiso locations, Bounty Hunter 8, and then West Elizabeth location, Bounty Hunter 8. So you'll have 8 from mainland New Austin, 8 from Nuevo Paraiso, mainland, and then 4 from the side land of West Elizabeth. That's going to be totaling to 8 plus 8 plus 4, 20. You'll have 8 plus another 8, that equals 16, plus the 4, 20. So that's how many bounty hunters locations you should complete. So that's essentially that for getting 100% on the game. And again, we can go to outfits, right? This is just, you'll see some outfits you get as part of the game. Some outfits you'll just have to complete for the game in order to get 100%. And once you get all 100% of the game completed, you will get the Bureau uniform, which, by God, is not badass, but it's alright, Although, if you wanted to make a Red Dead Redemption 3 storyline, this one would be something, that you could try to carry over to. So with that being said, we'll go to the weapons just to cover that, right? So, okay, knife, yeah. I know. So we'll go through this slowly, right? But I want to finish up in the next minute. You have a volcanic pistol, cattleman revolver, Schofield revolver, double action revolver, high power pistol, Mauser pistol. I think that's one you have to buy. Semi-automatic, maybe also, and then Lamont revolver. I'm pretty sure you have to buy. So fire bottle, dynamite, throwing knife, tomahawk, lasso, Carcano rifle, rolling block rifle, and then explosive rifles. These are mostly sniper rifles, but exploding rifle is not a sniper rifle. Henry repeater. Well, actually, let's start from first. Repeater carbine, Winchester repeater, Springfield rifle, bolt action rifle, or the bar, Henry repeater, Evans repeater, Buffalo rifle. Pretty simple. And then we can go double barrel shotgun, sawed off shotgun, pump action, and semi-auto shotgun. So those are all the guns you want to have. Those are all the weapons you actually want to have for your inventory. This can also change the wheel of the. Yeah, it also changes the wheel. So that's about that, guys. That is how you get 100% completion of Red Dead. I will timestamp the part where I just skipped over the bounty hunter part because I wanted to see if that was actually going to work or not. If it didn't, I'm like, well, damn, but whatever. So I'll timestamp that part. That way, if you want to skip from the beginning of the video to that part, and we go into the stats, which is going to take a little while, then you guys will know how to complete the game fully. Because sometimes people won't explain how to do that. But I took the liberty of, and I know I sound a little redundant in the video, so I do apologize. I just wanted to make my points across as best as I could. So with that being said, I will see y'all in the next video. 100% baby. Goodbye.